Welcome to 6.1, Mean and Mode. First thing I want you to do, a little think, pair, share. I want you to think right now. Define the word average in your own words. You can give examples, draw, give definitions, whatever you think the word average means to you. We're going to discuss this in class tomorrow, so pause the video and give an answer. Here we go. Mean. To define the word mean, it is the arithmetic average. This is the average of a set of values. Now, this is the averages unit, and we seem to be using the word average a lot for mean. The mean is the most common average. When someone says, average these numbers, average this amount, average your grade, they're using the mean. It takes all the values and uses them together, whereas the mode, the median, may leave out most of the values. In order to calculate the mean, add all of the values together. We divide this sum by the number of values in the set. So you take all the values, add them together, and divide by how many values are in the set. Let's look at this example below. I have 10, 13, 23, 8, 17, and 1. A set of values that I can add together and then divide. So, quick calculator moment, I add those together, and I should get 72 for my sum. Again, if you'd like to challenge yourself and try those by hand, by all means do. But always check with the calculator. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 values. Step 1, add all the values. Done. Step 2, divide this sum by the number of values. My sum was 72. There are 6 values in the set. My answer is 12. So the average of all of those values is 12. Let's try a couple examples together now. Now again, you could try to challenge yourself and add these up by hand, but it's a quick calculator moment. 6 plus 10 plus 12 plus 29 plus 28 in my calculator gives me a sum of 85. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values in the set. 85 divided by 5, another quick calculator moment, gives me 17. So 17 is the average for all of those values. A lot of values here. Add them up real quick in my calculator. You should get 98. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 values in all. So I'm going to divide by 10. I'm going to get 9.8. Now, this problem shows you that it's okay to have a decimal as the answer. In fact, if you look at all three of these problems, they point out a big misconception about the mean. The mean does not have to be a value in the set of values. It's taking all these values into account. It's like getting an A on one test, a C on another test, and getting a B in a class. You didn't get the B on either the first test or the second test, but it averages out that way. On your own, try 1 through 4. Show the work, even if you're typing in your calculator. Show the work. Pause the video and come back when you have answers, and I'll give you your answers to check. Welcome back. Number 1, the answer should have been 12. Number 2, your answer should have been 8.2. Again, don't be afraid of those decimals. Number 3, the answer should be 6.2. Number 4, your answer should be 64. A slightly bigger average because we ended up with slightly bigger values, even though there were only 4 of them. Remember, for the mean, add up all the values, divide by how many values there are. Mode. Now the mode, I always think about delicious pie a la mode. Pie a la mode is pie with ice cream on top. Now, you do not want a little bit of ice cream. You don't want less ice cream than your friend. You don't want the same ice cream or same amount of ice cream as your friend. You want more ice cream than everyone else. You want the most ice cream on your pie. Let's be honest, ice cream's delicious. With that in mind, you want the most pie a la mode. The value that appears the most often in a set of values. That's how we define the mode. The value that appears the most often in a set of values. So it's the number that you see the most times. There's some shortcuts, some tricks, some tips in order to find the mode very easily. Group or count all values, all repeating values. It may help to write them in numeric order. You can also find some kind of visual way to group or count them. We'll look at some examples of that. Figure out which value or values, because you'll see there may be more, repeat the most times. Let's try categorizing. I see that 6 repeats. Just by looking at it, I can see there's 6, there's another 6, there's another 6, and altogether there's 4 6s. Never assume that just because you found a number that repeats, there may be more of it, but it may not be the most. We want the most. 4. I don't see any other 4, so 4 does not repeat. I don't care about 4. 4 is dead to me. 8. Do I see any 8s? Nope. Sorry, 8. 9. Are there any 9s that repeat? Nope. 3. Oh, I see that there's 1 3 here, another 3 here. 3 repeats, but it's only repeating 2 times. Not as many as the 6s. There's 4 6s. 2. There's 2 of those. Still, there's more 2s, but not mostly 2s. Okay, 6 has the most repeated values. Just to show you another method, and you'll see starting tomorrow that we have to put these numbers in numeric order anyway. If you were to show them in numeric order, where all the values, even if they repeat, are present, you can very easily find the set of values that repeat. I see 2 2s, 2 3s, 4 6s. It's very easy to see in this format that there's more 6s. There's most. Okay, we're looking for the most. We're looking for the most repeated values. Let's try a couple together. Again, you can either find some way to visually categorize them or count them out, or write them out in numerical order. I see 1 5, I see 2 5s. I see 1 10, 2 10s, 3 10s. You can try shapes if you'd like to use shapes to categorize. Only 1 9 doesn't repeat, 1 6 doesn't repeat, 1 12 doesn't repeat. Remember, we're looking for the values that repeat. You can't have a mode if it doesn't repeat. I see 3 10s, 2 5s, 10 is our winner. Okay, 10 repeats the most times. For this next one, I'm going to try writing them out in numeric order. Because again, even though we haven't started doing that, starting tomorrow, you'll have to write these values in order. So it really helps to see them this way. 4, 6, 6, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10. I see 2 6s, 3 8s, 2 9s. So again, there's 3 groups that do repeat. There's more 6s, more 9s. We're not looking for more, we're looking for most. We're looking for the value that repeats the most. On your own, try 1 through 4. Go ahead, pause the video, and return when you have your answers finished. Show your work. If you do not show your work, we cannot give you credit. Welcome back. The mode in number 1 was 3. The mode in number 2 was 6. The mode in number 3 was 3. The mode in number 4 was 7. We're looking at a couple of special cases just to see them before they pop up and throw you off. Are there any values that repeat here? 3 doesn't repeat. 5 doesn't repeat. 7 doesn't repeat. 9 doesn't repeat. 2 doesn't repeat. 1 doesn't repeat. 4 doesn't repeat. None of them repeat. If it doesn't repeat, think, can there be a mode? Write down an answer. We're going to discuss this during a think, pair, share tomorrow in class. Now, to give you an answer up front, can there always be a mode? Not when there are no sets of repeating values. If no values repeat, you can't have a mode. You can't have a most. If every value is repeated an equal amount, there's no most. So therefore, there's no mode. Let's try this one. I see 6. Oh, there's another 6. 8. There's 2 8s. 5 doesn't repeat. 7 doesn't repeat. 9 doesn't repeat. So I'm looking at my repeating values. 6 and 8. There's 2 6s. There's 2 8s. It's the same amount. Is there always only one mode? Think about that, and we're going to discuss it a little more tomorrow. You can have more than one mode if there are equal sized sets of values, repeating values. Just like in this case, there's equal size, 2 6s, 2 8s, equal size repeating sets. When there are 2 modes, we call this bimodal. Bicycle, 2 wheels, bimodal, 2 modes. When there are more than 2 modes, 3, 4, 5 modes, again, all equal size sets of repeating values, we call this multimodal. Alright, we just covered solving for the mean and solving for the mode. Take the time to rate how well we hit our target. If you did not feel that we hit our target, make sure you speak up tomorrow. We review a little more and we take some time to make sure these skills are in your head. Alright, thank you very much, and I'll see you in class tomorrow.